Next, welcoming Her Excellency Youngju, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Korea, will convey welcoming remarks. So let us give warm rounds of applause to welcome her.
Good morning, all. His Excellency Thomas Haider, President of the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, Professor Kang Byung-gun, President of the Korean Society of International Law, His Excellency Baek Jin-hyun, former President of ICLS, distinguished members of ICLS, Excellencies and colleagues from the Diplomatic Corps in Seoul, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor to welcome you all on behalf of the Government of the Republic of Korea to the 8th International Conference on the Law of the Sea. We are pleased to host this significant event in collaboration with the ICLS and the Korean Society of International Law. Allow me to offer my warmest congratulations to His Excellency Thomas Haider on assuming the esteemed position of the President of ICLS last month. As a staunch support of the ICLS, the Korean government has not only made financial contributions, but has also consistently provided exceptionally qualified jurists as member of the traditional since its inception. The late Professor Park Chun-ho, Professor Baek Jin-hyun, the former president of ICLS, and the keynote speaker today, and the recently elected Mr. Lee Jae-young. The Korean government is eager to further strengthen its partnership with the tribunal under the leadership of the new president. Distinguished guests, the International Conference on the Law of the Sea has been an influential forum where scholars and the practitioners from diverse countries, including members of the tribunal, exchange ideas and visions on the most pressing issues of the law of the sea, fostering a shared understanding of the new development in the field. This conference carries profound significance as it marks the culmination of the 3-year series, Law of the Sea for Next Generation. The series was kicked off in 2021 to take a closer look at the challenges presented at sea and explore what lies ahead for the Law of the Sea regime. For the first 2 years, experts from around the world have discussed impact of new technologies and environmental crisis on the efficacy of the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. The objective of this year's conference is to share valuable insights on the future of the Law of the Sea regime. The Law of the Sea for the Next Generation, BBNJ agreement, from definition to regulation, was chosen as the theme of this year's conference to celebrate the adoption of the agreement on the conservation and sustainable use of the marine biological diversity of the areas beyond the national jurisdiction in June. This new agreement is welcomed by the entire international community as a landmark achievement in the protection and the sustainable use of marine biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction. The BBNJ agreement is the third implementing agreement under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, following the Seabed Agreement in 1994 and the Fish Stock Agreement in 1995. It stands as a testament to the progress made by the international community over the last 4 decades in strengthening the law of the sea for the conservation and the sustainable use of the marine environment. As the first global multilateral agreement with the purpose of protecting biodiversity in the high seas and the seabed, it addresses regulatory gap in areas beyond the national jurisdiction. We believe this new agreement will reinforce our efforts toward a balanced approach to preserving and utilizing marine biodiversity for the benefit of humanity. I am pleased to note that Korea actually actively participated in the discussions on this matter during the last 20 years. The Korean government joined the High Ambition Coalition to urge swift conclusion of the BBNJ agreement earlier this year. Having become the 83rd signatory of the agreement in October, we will remain steadfast in our commitment to advancing the law of the sea regime in the years to come. It is noteworthy that BBNJ agreement expressly recognizes the need to address biodiversity loss and the degradation of the marine ecosystem due to impact of the climate change. Indeed, anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions result in ocean warming, ocean acidification, and the sea level rise, which pose direct threat not only to the communities in small island low-lying states, but also to marine environment and ecosystem as a whole. Considering the inextricable link between our oceans and climate change, it is essential to integrate climate change discussions into our efforts to adapt international law of the sea to the evolving global realities. In this regard, we recognize the critical importance of the current advisory proceedings of ICLS on climate change and the marine environment for the future development of the law of the sea, which is closely related to the objective of today's conference. The Republic of Korea participated in the written and oral proceedings to contribute to a substantive discussions on the relationship between climate change and the law of the sea. In our written statement, we expressed our appreciation to the Commission of Small Island States on Climate Change and International Law for initiating the advisory proceedings on this important matter. Distinguished guests, today's conference presents a crucial opportunity to explore a variety of perspectives on how we can achieve the objectives are set forth in the BBNJ agreement in the upcoming years. I understand a number of students are tuning into this conference, eager to learn from the esteemed experts, including the distinguished member of ICLS. I hope this event will spark the renewed enthusiasm among the younger generation in the field of international law and its significant role in changing the world for the better. Finally, I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for your active participation and invaluable contributions to our discussions today and tomorrow. I'm looking forward to fruitful and enlightening deliberations. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Vice Minister, for your comprehensive and insightful remarks.